You're listening to the Latest Noise podcast with Max and Kuz.
Hey guys, this is Mike Kuzan from The Latest Noise, and this is a preview of the Latest Noise podcast. The full podcast will be coming to you soon, but here's a little taste. I sat down with Max Feinstein, Johnny Roccesano, Tuschen, and Jaime DeJesus to talk about Max's gig tonight at Finnegan's Irish Pub. That's January 5th, 9 p.m., and here it is. Hope you enjoy. How you doing, Max?
I'm good.
Gearing up for your gig on Friday night at Finnegan's. How would you describe an evening of musical antics with Max?
However I'm feeling that day, I'm going to throw it up in the air, and you're all going to have to deal with it.
So when you're planning a show, what influences would you say you draw upon?
Well, for my shows, I sort of put songs into three different categories. We have songs that I wrote. We have songs that the scene likes to cover. You know, songs like Moon Age Daydream, a lot of people cover that, or sometimes, Cross-Eyed and Painless. I wanted to say Born Under Punches. And we have other people's songs that either come in through Silver Horse or just people I know whose songs I like. So sort of three separate categories of songs, sort of regular originals, covers, and then diet covers. Covers zeros. I don't know. Covers cool. Plus.
Well, let's talk about that, because I think that's really cool how you cover
diet
local...
covers?
I don't know. Covers light?
Covers light, so that's the local musicians' covers.
Why not? I jokingly call it Joe Cockering people's songs. I'm going to Joe Cocker some people's songs.
Awesome. Do you want to let the audience know or keep that as a secret?
Well, I like covering, and the last time we did this, I did a Christina Alessi song and a Liam Brown song, among others. And this time around, I'm going to draw from a deeper pool because I know more people and I know more songs, and I like more songs because of it. You know, I'll be doing something by Darryl Jew. I'll be doing something by Victor.Digital. You know, just fun shit, really.
Cool. All right, let's talk about the band that you got together for this gig.
Oh, these fucking guys.
Hi.
Hi.
They seem very excited.
It's an early morning. It's an early morning. It's a cold day.
It's an early morning.
Yeah. I don't know about you guys, but it's certainly an early morning. For me, there's been a lot of those over the last month. But alright, I'm supposed to talk about you fuckers. Johnny goes with me everywhere, and I go with Johnny everywhere. That's just a part and parcel thing. So we got Johnny Rock on the drums, Jaime DeJesus of Leo Productions, who goes everywhere, and Tuschen, who goes everywhere too. Ty has
King of social media.
Yeah, Ty, the king of social media, who can be found on the Opry Times Square stage fairly regularly these days. What is it, every Tuesday and Thursday?
I'm there every Monday, the dinner shift, 6 to 9, and every Thursday, 9 to 12, the drinking shift.
All right, so we've got the dining and drinking shifts with Ty Tuschen at the Opry.
It's cool. Yeah.
It's gorgeous. That place just opened up, right?
Yeah, it just opened up. Yeah, it's a great opportunity to play with the same band and really get tight with the same core group of people. I mean, even if you have one bi-weekly gig, that would be great. If you have a weekly gig, that's great. If you have twice weekly, that's just killer.
That's amazing.
That's my favorite thing about it. It's just that we're constantly playing and getting tighter and tighter.
Yeah.
Do you rehearse on top of that, or is it just
we rehearsed a lot going into it because you have to have so much material.
Yeah.
But yeah, at this point we're up and flying.
I guess you're almost treating it like a tour leg then.
Yeah, it feels like that actually. It's a good comparison.
Just and you get to go home at night.
The New York scene, there's not a lot of opportunities to, even if you're rehearsing with the band regularly, to just play together that much.
That's awesome.
So yeah, I'd love to see more things like that. You know.
I think Bar 55 has stuff like that. Like I know Lainey Stern plays there every week with the same group of people.
Yeah, there's man.
I think Mittens does that sometimes too.
Mittens, yeah.
Yeah. I guess that's everybody in the band. And we also have you, Mike, opening for us. You
Oh, that's
and,
right.
and Kirk and Kuzan.
Yep.
Kirk and Kuz.
Kirk and Kuz.
What do
Doing
you-
some covers.
Some covers?
Some of my originals. It's an interesting mix. Play some synth with Julia.
Nice.
Yeah, looking forward to that.
Good.
Cool. All right, let's talk about Ty and Max as two guitarists in the band. Do you guys trade off lead and rhythm, or what's your approach to working with Max in
Well,
that capacity?
Yeah, I mean, just always try and find ways to complement each other. I think we're both playing with and around each other. So, like, you know, if he's playing low, I'm going high, that kind of thing. But also, tone-wise, I think, like, I'm using a telly, which is a little twangier, even though there's a lot of settings where, or a lot of tunes where we're both high gain screaming. But there's definitely a number of tunes where I'm more clean and twangy, and he's more, you know, in your face, humbucker, screaming, which is cool.
Mhm.
And,
There's great
all
stuff
the
too.
way-
Like in your rhythm playing, you're creating landscapes and textures sometimes more than just like comping, you know,
Yeah.
and having that nice texture in addition to
Yeah.
Max is soloing over that, you know.
Well, because a lot of the times also
Thanks.
for the songs that I write, I'm probably going to be taking a more typical rhythm guitar approach for them. So it's a good compliment there. You're doing you're
And then you just rip one.
yeah, exactly. You know how to pick your moments,
Mhm.
and that's really what it's about when you've got two guitar players of strong character.
Cool. Well, yeah, let's talk about that a bit. You guys flow from one song to the next. How do you communicate on stage, or is it more of just like kind of knowing where the outline's going and seeing where it takes you?
Well, the funny thing about it is a lot of people say it's appropriate to be very seamless about it, but I'm trying to go the other way and literally telegraph it to people, sometimes verbally.
Mm.
You know, be like, all right, we're going to do this now. Stop me if you know this one. You know, very much, you know, sometimes there'll be a wild gesticulation of a limb from myself or maybe from Johnny, depending on who's watching whom.
Just a limb.
Just a limb.
Well, I mean,
Gotta be careful if it's...
just a limb.
Exactly, it's just a limb.
You go at a limb.
And Rock, as a drummer, how do you like prep for that, or is it just finding like
I have
a
a
rhythm
scene,
change, or
On the edge of my seat.
Yeah.
Usually. No, it really is. It's just a lot of visual communication, just trying to catch all different moments that some of which you know are going to be there, and others it's you're not quite sure. You might have an extended jam or something like that. You just kind of watch each other for where things come back in, or maybe there's going to be a break here, and you just got to watch for it.
It's nice that we've been playing together in the same crew for a little while now, so I feel like those kinds of communications are in a tighter way, and just around each other and talking about music, and we know where each other's going to go.
Yeah,
pretty much.
we have a very good sense of each other's sensibilities, and different people are, you know, have been in charge of different situations, so we all kind of know how, you know, we act as subordinates and as leaders.
cool.
Simultaneously.
You and me.
I'll throw this out to the band.
Yeah.
What would you say, like, Max does differently or brings to the table that, from working with a lot of different musicians, that kind of makes him special?
More hair.
He's the oddest guy I know, genuinely.
Me?
I would
By
say,
far.
you got to be careful when you say things like this, because it could come off as saying other people aren't this way.
Right.
But I think one of his strongest points is his openness. He's just, he's gonna trust wherever you take it. Like, if he wants to jam with us, he's gonna trust that if we get weird or we go in a strange place, that we're still making a somewhat responsible decision
Yeah.
on the bandstand, that we're not being too self-indulgent or whatever. So I just, you know, when I play with him, I feel a sense of freedom, which I appreciate. You know, I feel like, you know,
I second that.
I can go out on a limb.
That's exactly what I like telegraphing about this. I like to, you know, whoever I bring in for when I have something to do, I try to know what they're about. Like, I had Dave Ribiot doing some guitar for me at one point. I'm like, I know what he's going to do. I know how he's going to handle a situation. I don't have to keep my eye on him. I don't want to do that. I got too much other shit to do. Have you ever tried singing and playing guitar? It's hard. You know? I don't want to have to keep an eye on these fuckers. I'm paying them money. I don't want to... I'm not paying them money to keep an eye on them. They have jobs to do. I have a job to do, damn it.
So one question, I guess this is your second time at Finnegan's. Anything you're looking to do differently or to expand upon from the first set?
Well, the last time I did this was really enlightening about how far people are willing to go with me into an idea. And now that I have a little bit of an understanding of that, more of an understanding from the first show, I'm hoping to build on that. I'm hoping to see if these people will keep going with me, if they'll even go as far as they did the first time with me, and to, basically do it a little more confidently, a little more deliberately.
Cool. All right. Well, we'll see you Friday night, Finnegan's Irish Pub.
No, it's this Friday. I can't make
Where
it.
the answer is always yes.
The answer is always
Oh,
yes.
actually, Max,
Yep.
forgot to tell you.
What, do you have to leave at 10:30?
Yeah.
Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba.